Celtics Post-Game Live is presented by Ford. Hurry in now for employee pricing for all.
All right, welcome to Celtics Post-Game Live, where the Celtics just fell in overtime to the Knicks, 108-105. Tom Giles, Eddie House, Scout with you here, and Celtics led by 20 midway through the third quarter, 75-55, and the Knicks just took over from there. Scout, where did things kind of fall apart for the Celtics?
In the second half, when they decided not to drive the basketball and settle for threes, we seen this in Game 3 in Orlando. We get up big, we think it's going to be easy, and all of a sudden we stop doing what got us up big. And I get it. You want to limp to the finish line and hope the clock runs out? Today, the Knicks, better in the second half, they were the better team because they didn't settle.
No, they didn't settle at all. They played hard. They played physical. And OG Anunoby, my pregame key was the others, right? Make sure the others don't eat. Karl Anthony Towns can get his. So could Jalen Brunson. But when you start letting OG Anunoby get 29 points, you let Josh Hart get 14, and then McBride came in and added 8 in the first half. It's going to get a little raggedy. We was up 20, but besides all that, we was up 20. The way we lost that is because I feel like we was playing not to lose instead of playing to win.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you're going to take all those threes and not get inside the defense extra pass, then you're giving the Knicks, when you guys are all talking about, oh, the Knicks, they play so many minutes, you're not going to wear out anybody standing at the three-point line.
No, you're not going to do that. And then the other thing, I felt like our ball movement wasn't there. I thought we were just one action, then one-on-one. It wasn't an action on another action, and then we could go one-on-one once we get there. But I felt like almost it wasn't like matchup hunting, you know what I mean? Because I don't feel like that really was.
No, Eddie, it was matchup hunting, except we get the ball over with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Then we walk into the coverage, and then all of a sudden there's 7 on the shot clock, as opposed to rushing the ball up the floor, finding the matchup, attacking the matchup, and then now you can move the ball a few times. Everything when you're all right, if you limp the ball up the floor and you find your matchup and you got 7 seconds on the shot clock, the only thing you can do is jack up a bad 3. The only 2-point field goal in the third quarter, an Al Horford dunk in transition. What did we shoot in the third quarter, in the second quarter, inside the arc? 12 of 15. 12 of 15 inside the arc. That makes me want to go ahead and shoot 19 of 23s in the third quarter. If you don't play what gets you the lead, then you don't deserve to win the game. Tonight, Celtics didn't deserve to win it.
Yeah, you got to give credit to the New York Knicks. They stay fighting. They never quit. And that's the one thing about today's NBA. 20-point leads is not safe. And if whatever it is you're doing, like you saying, whatever it is that you're doing to get you that lead, continue to do that. Don't waver from it. Don't go away from it. You can shoot threes here and there, but you know, we shot 63s.
Yeah,
like that's too many threes.
Yeah, what is it, all time, right? We missed more threes than anybody in the history of the game for a playoff game. The history of the game. In the second quarter, where we make 12 of 15 inside the arc.
So I got a question for you. So at what point in time do you say, all right, I got to draw something up to get somebody in the post?
I mean, I just think we got to play faster. You got to get the ball up the floor a little bit quicker.
But even if we play faster, it's like, okay, you could play fast and move the ball around the perimeter and end up having to jack up a 3. I'm saying, at what point do you say, all right, cool, we can move the ball fast, but what we're trying to get to is this right here in the post? At what point do we do that?
I mean, when they go on a 12-2 run in the third quarter.
Okay.
Well, let's get through the fourth quarter and see how things kind of finish up and even got to overtime, because, again, Celtics had that 20-point lead. Then the Knicks were able to take a 6-point lead in the fourth. And Celtics were able to hang around, come back, get a couple of free throws, and then Derek White knocking down the corner 3 actually gave Boston a 1-point lead with a 7-0 run. Then New York looking to answer. They had a turnover by Jalen Brunson. Celtics looking to respond. Jayson Tatum wide open, can't hit that triple. Celtics, meanwhile, get the offensive rebound, so they get another crack at it. And it's Al Horford back to Tatum, resulting in another missed shot here late clock. the Knicks had a couple chances down the stretch here to kind of separate themselves. OJ Anunoby knocking down the corner three. He had 29 points in this game. Him and Brunson both leading scorers with 29 each. Drew Holiday, meanwhile, with that two down low. That tied it at 100 in regulation. Anunoby unable to get the long two. Celtics got a chance here. Jayson Tatum, with under 6 seconds to go, can't hit. So the Knicks, after they get the rebound, call timeout, 5.5 seconds left. They draw something up, and actually a pretty good give and go here, getting the ball back to Jalen Brunson off the inbound. Al Horford on the defense. Jalen Brunson just barely missing that game winner, which led to the Celtics having one final shot regulation, 0.6 on the clock. Tatum never really getting a good look off there. So that is how we got to overtime. When you look at the stretch run there, Jalen Brunson doesn't miss that shot very often when you see that action right there. But what did you think about the execution down the stretch? What the Celtics were able to create offensively in that final minute? Was it just more of a symptom of what you saw continuously throughout the second half?
Yeah, I'm not trying to get on any individual player, but Drew Holiday was balling today. He was guarding. Everybody else was not playing at that level. I don't understand. Like, it felt very similar to Game 3 in Orlando. Like, all right, this is easy. We smacked the Knicks, and then all of a sudden we're up big in the first half. Oh yeah, we're good. We don't need to try hard. We probably thought the same thing against Orlando, and we got beat. Now we did the same thing in this game, and now we got beat. There's countless times now. We can also go back and say we dominated Orlando and we won. We can go back to last year and say Game 2 against Cleveland, we lost, won that series. Game 2 against Miami, lost, won that series. So they have like a trend of having one of these nights where they just let go of the rope. Well, tonight was that night.
Well, I'm going to beg to differ with you when you say that Drew Holiday was the only one balling. I thought Peyton Pritchard was out there balling too.
Where was he at?
And he only got like 9 minutes in the second half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
8:53.
Yeah. So
how can it be balling at 8:53?
Well, he had 13 points in
the first half.
In 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought he was.
Second half, minus 16, 0 points.
Yeah, I don't do the minus thing. Man, everybody was minus in the second half.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying, like, no one's going to play well when you play that way, ever. If we're going to walk the ball, we're not going to be good.
I ain't talking about him walking up the ball. I'm just saying that he played well
in the first half
and didn't get opportunity in the second half like that.
In the second half, no one played well except for Holiday.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right, are we moving on to overtime?
Yeah, you want to check out overtime?
We can watch more of the same.
Overtime started with a couple turnovers for the Celtics. They had the shot clock violation, another turnover, and the first scoring finally came from OG Anunoby, who had the dunk and the foul to give New York a 3-point lead. Then Mikal Bridges knocking down a three from the corner. Did not shoot well from deep, but got those three to go right there. Celtics finally get on the board in OT. Jayson Tatum down low, made it 106-102. But even when the Celtics got to stop, it's Karl-Anthony Towns with a tip-in. Back up by 6 went the Knicks. Jaylen Brown able to knock down a three to make it a 3-point game, which is where it stood and where it eventually ended. But Celtics also had this from Jaylen Brown, had the layup go in and out. Now they would get a stop on the other end, so they get the ball back. But the Knicks looking to take the foul, and they had the foul to give. They give it. That gave the Celtics the short clock, down by 3. And, of course, the Knicks were going to be looking to foul once again. And even on the inbound here, it's Mikal Bridges coming up with the takeaway, the steal, and that is how the New York Knicks stun the Celtics here at TD Garden, coming back from a 16-point halftime deficit, a 20-point deficit in the third quarter. Again, Jalen Brunson and you had OG Anunoby with 29 points each. And I just kind of shocking right there what you saw.
No, it's not shocking. If you play like that, you're not winning games.
Well, why do they play like that? Because you brought it up that happened in the Orlando series.
When I'm in the call, I'm saying I don't understand why they're playing like this. You can't limp to the finish. It's the playoffs. It's not a regular season. It's not one of 82. You got to be able to. And okay, let's say I know the answer. We miss shots. I got all the answers for you. We miss shots. I got another answer for you. It's playoffs are long. It's a 4-game series. Gotcha. Oh yeah, we're gonna go back. We're gonna take a look at the film, right? You don't have to do all that. I'm telling you right now, you can't walk the ball up the floor. You can't take 19 of 20 shots from 3, especially when in the second quarter you made 12 of 15 inside the arc. So if you want to choose to take the easy way out, you're gonna get snake bit on one of these games, and this is what just happened. Could be a reminder to say, hey, don't mess around with the Knicks. Hey, I got an idea. Let's just not mess around in the playoffs. How about that?
Period. And on top of that is, I just thought we were stagnant offensively. One thing was like one action, and that was it. One action and one-on-one, and then we jack up the threes. And I think that's what led to the three-point shot being shot so much. It was not, and then because we walking up the ball, we don't have enough time on the shot clock. If we push the ball up the court, make or miss, push the ball up the court. That way you give your offense an opportunity to have multiple actions. The more actions you put a defense in, the more opportunities is for them to break down.
No doubt.
Okay, well, as it was, Knicks get the win in game 1, take the 1-0 series lead, 108-105 in overtime. Your final, again, the Celtics 15 of 60 from 3 in the loss. We're going to take a quick break, get all the reaction from the locker room from Joe Mazzulla.
What's your favorite team? Comment below, and if you liked the video, please leave a like. This really helps the channel grow and brings you even more content. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button and activate the bell to receive all notifications. With each game, we notice that the NBA is getting more competitive every day, and all the teams are looking for reinforcements to win the championship. And only here can you follow your favorite team daily with incredible content from different sources. Here on the channel, there are new videos every day with analysis, curiosities, and the best moments in basketball. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for following along. The NBA doesn't stop, and neither do we. Until the next video. NBA, the passion that connects us.